Season 20 of Apex is just so refreshing with all of these new perks and the brand new Evo system. There's so much to look at, but the embargo just got lifted and now there's tons of gameplay of Season 20 out there for us to take a look at, and boy is it exciting. So I think I'm going to start off with the first thing a lot of people noticed, and you'll probably see this going around on social media. It's Octane's perks, but most specifically, he gets a red jump pad. That's right, we get to see gameplay of Octane's level 3 perks, and specifically this perk which allows his jump pad to give him directional movement. So even if you're on controller or you don't know how to tap strafe, you get to move like this. But it also makes Octane's jump pad red instead of green, so that you know it's a special upgraded jump pad when you hit it. And the movement really is nice. It really is like your tap strafing. So even on controller, all you have to do is look in the direction you want to go, and you'll go that direction. You can also see his other perk, which gives him 2 jump pads, and this is what it looks like to have 2 jump pad charges. I mean, that's just an awesome sight to see. For saying his ultimate charges so fast, this is going to be so great for rotations. I really can't wait to use this. Another thing that I really wanted to see was Rampart's perk, which increases her Sheila reload time if it's placed, but it also increases her weapon reload time when standing behind amped cover. And look how fast she reloads. Honestly, this is crazy. Even LMGs reload as fast as an R99 when standing behind your amped cover. I really think aggressive Rampart players are going to love this perk. Even placing your amped cover down in a close ranged SMG fight, look how fast you can reload the car SMG. This is going to be such an advantage. And if you're shooting someone at long range, once you run out of ammo, it's going to be no problem, because before you know it, you're ready to start shooting again. For those wondering what it looks like if you improve her Sheila, as you can see, you can pull it out much faster using this perk, and it winds up much quicker, so that's also pretty nice. Another perk a lot of people definitely wanted to see was where Wattson's Pylon turns grenades into arc stars. As you can see, when it intercepts incoming ordnance such as grenades or even a Gibraltar ultimate, it will spawn these arc stars around the floor that you can pick up and throw straight back at the enemy. Now, I have heard that the maximum you can spawn is 6 at a time, so as long as you're picking them up, you can get a lot of artillery to send back. Now, Bangalore also gets a perk where she can heal inside of her smoke, and this is what the healing looks like. It really isn't that powerful. It is quite slow, so this perk can still come in handy, but I think using your tactical charge just to heal doesn't really pay off as much as people would have thought. Oh, and did I mention Caustic can do this? It seems as though Caustic has hit the gym. He's been taking some shot put lessons, and now he can yeet his Caustic traps miles away. That is, of course, if you select his perk, which allows you to do so. But Caustic did also get the same perk as Bangalore in a sense that he can heal inside his Nox gas. But this is clearly much more useful on Caustic, as he has 3 tactical charges and he also has his ultimate, so you've got more opportunities to be able to heal without being left stranded with no abilities. Pathfinder also has a perk which allows him to take reduced damage on ziplines, but there is a bit of a catch to this. It gives him a 25% damage reduction while riding his own energized ziplines, but an energized zipline doesn't last forever. So once you place Pathfinder's ultimate, for a period of time it will be energized and you can see it quite clearly, and this means you'll be taking the damage reduction. So it won't last forever and it won't work on any other zipline. Now, when we heard that Wraith would be getting a perk that speeds up her tactical activation, I and many other people got very excited for OG Wraith phase where she'd pop it instantly. But this is what it actually looks like. On the left you can see what it normally looks like, and on the right you can see what it looks like with her level 3 perk, and it's really not a huge difference, but it's still nice, and I think most players are going to be choosing this perk. Valkyrie has perks that give her increased mobility while using her jetpack, and this is what that looks like. Honestly, it's a really nice change to her movement, especially if you're trying to get away. You go a lot faster with your jetpack, and you can even choose to have 25% more fuel, so I think casual players are going to have a lot of fun with this better Valkyrie movement. Of course, in the pro scene, most of the Valkyrie players will probably choose to have her higher ultimate, as it's better in terms of rotation, but for us that just like to have fun, Valkyrie's movement is fun. Crypto decided to turn his EMP into a nuke with his brand new perk. I'm just going to leave this here. And Gibraltar decided to go the other way and made his bubble smaller. And this is what it looks like. Guys, don't hate on Gibraltar for this. I think it's cute. But yes, the baby bubble does decrease your cooldown, but it gives you this small little personal bubble. Honestly, I love it. I love it so much that even if it's a bad perk, I'm gonna use it. Now, some people were wondering, but Lifeline's level 3 perk that allows her to self-revive is only a one-time use. So you can only self-revive once. If you self-revive, the next time you go down, it's gonna be like normal. But the self-revive is very nice, and I think it looks awesome, having her drone pick her up like that. I never thought I'd see the day Loba can do this, but she can now grab 3 items from her ultimate with her perk. I think everybody is going to be using this perk if you play Loba. I mean, at heart, we are all loot goblins, so can you really blame us? She can also get improved tactical distance and height, which you can kind of see here. It's not insane, but it definitely will help you if you are trying to escape or get to higher ground. Newcastle has a perk that lets him increase his mobile shield speed, and the speed increases enough so that you can sprint behind it, and this is what that looks like. Fuse decided to take a leaf out of Bangalore's book, and this perk gives him a speed boost every time he hits someone with a knuckle cluster, and all it has to do is hit someone once, and the speed boost will last for a little bit of time. It's the exact same as Bangalore's passive. That extra speed is going to feel really nice on Fuse, and with how often you do end up hitting people with your knuckle cluster, I feel like you're going to find this one come in handy quite a lot. Mad Maggie is going to be very annoying this season. Guys, I've just witnessed Mad Maggie's perks, and one of them allows her to have 2 tactical charges. Now, they do last for half the duration, but Mad Maggie's tactical lasts so long that even half the duration is enough to kill you. And the fact that people are now going to be able to throw 2 of these at you, I think it's going to be very difficult playing against Mad Maggie players, especially if you find yourself in cover, let's say behind a small crate or a rock. You can count your lucky stars. And even if you survive her double tactical onslaught, you might also get hit with her new fiery ultimate. We saw a lot of gameplay of this already, but once her ultimate explodes, it creates a fiery cross that any enemy is caught inside are going to be having a very, very bad day. Now, one of Ballistic's perks means that his smart bullet duration is tripled, and I thought that would mean that once it hits a player, the duration would be tripled. But don't be fooled, because it actually only means when it's placed in the world. So that means if you hit your smart bullet at the ground or at a wall and it creates a bubble, then the bubble will last triple the time. So it's actually better for a crowd control. It basically turns his smart pistol into a control ability. You can just block off a certain area for a much longer time so that no one can push you. Also, the Eva A is making its way into the care package, and it comes with hammer points. This is what it looks like. Honestly, I feel like this thing could absolutely shred. And for those of you interested, you can also see what the Season 20 collection event looks like. This is the collection event store. The reward is going to be 150 allium shards, and these are all the skins and rewards that are going to be in it. And there you go. Those are some of my honest reactions to the amazing gameplay of Season 20 that we've just seen, and some of the key things that I wanted to point out that I think a lot of people were wondering. But personally, I'm very excited for Season 20. It definitely feels like a whole new game at this point. It's going to feel very refreshing, and I hope it does go down well with the community. I know the perks are going to be good long-term for the game, because they can keep tweaking and balancing them to keep everything running smoothly. Maybe I'm being too optimistic, but for now, all we can do is wait until February 13th when Season 20 releases.